Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Stella and we're going to be tapping into the energy of Gemini season today, guys. And in true Gemini style, let's find out who's gossiping about you, or what is the gossip about you. What's been talked about? How are you perceived and talked about by others? Alright, so we've got 3 piles for you to choose from today. Pile 1 with the Amazonite. Pile 2 with the Tiger's Eye. And pile 3 with the random purple, blue, pretty. You know what? I hereby name this the Stella stone. If anyone knows what it is, put it in the comments. I think it's some kind of agate. I like it. That's pile 3. Alright, thanks so much for being here, guys. Looking forward to doing this reading for you. Just pause the video, choose your pile, 1, 2, 3, and I shall see you at your reading. Love ya. Bye. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Stella. And this is pick a card. We're going to be tapping into the energy of Gemini season and asking Spirit, what is the gossip on you, pile 1. So you've chosen the Amazonite crystal. Let's get into it. Okay, so Spirit, can you tap me into the energy of pile number 1, please? Pile number 1. Okay, first they're telling me to light some incense. So straight away I'm getting that you are seeing the gossip on you, pile number 1, is that you are a delight to the senses. You smell nice, you dress nice. Like Taurus, Libra. Okay, Spirit, tap me in to the energy. Hello, who are you? 3 of Wands. Okay, what is the gossip on you? You work hard, you're independent. What's the gossip on pile number 1? Sorry guys, I had COVID. Just getting over COVID, so I'm still a little bit rough around the edges. Pile number 1, please, Spirit. What's the gossip on pile number 1? The 5 of Swords. Hoo-hoo, don't mess with you. That's the gossip on you, pile 1. You're not someone to be messed with. And also, they're referencing here as well that you've been through a lot too. You're seen as someone who has been through a lot. Temperance, and that you've healed from it. That's the gossip. So what's the gossip on pile number 1, please, Spirit? Pile number 1. You're strong. You had to be independent at one point in your life. You've had to be independent. You're seen as very independent and stable. And that you've gone through some kind of heartbreak or some kind of really an experience that would have killed a lot of people, but you just destroyed a lot of people, but you healed. You're seen as being very healing, and there's that beauty coming through again. So that's the gossip, that Taurus, Libra energy, that beauty, that connection to the planet Venus. You're seen as someone who's very loving, even though you're very strong. And the Ace of Swords has come out as well. So you're also seen as someone who is a wielder of truth. You don't bullshit. And I'm also getting the feeling you're one of those people that you don't take foolishness. Like, no foolishness here. You want to be a foolish? You want to be a foolish. You want to be a fool? You can fuck off. Ace of Cups. But you're loving and you're very emotionally intelligent as well. What's the gossip on you? Number 1. What do people say about you? How do they speak about you? 10 of Wands. There's that energy again of you being like, I am not standing for this foolishness. I'm out of here. You want to act like a dickhead? You can get lost. Like, you just don't take it. You just don't take it. And that is the gossip on you, is it don't cross you, because you will cut them off. And you don't just cut everybody off left, right and centre. I'm not saying that you're a bitch. Because you're so full of love and you really do want to see the best in people. But when someone has tested your limits too much, you will just sail away and leave them. And I feel like that gets talked about, probably jaded people from your past talk about the fact that you're a bit cold and you're very distant, that you can just, they might try and say that you're emotionless. You're totally not, because you've got the Ace of Cups here. But they might try and portray you as something. And that's just because they pissed you off and you cut them off. The Knight of Wands. Okay, so this is about you also taking action. Okay, we're moving into a separate message now. Okay, so we've got that. You don't take shit from no one. Now let's move into this. What is the gossip on you? Pile number 1. Got this new energy that's just come through that wants to come out, and that is something about you taking action. You're not someone that sits back in the background. You take action. So what is this about, Spirit? What's the gossip? 8 of Cups. You're not afraid of going deep. You're not afraid. There's this Scorpio, Pisces, Moon, Cancer energy that's coming through, where I feel like you're very emotionally deep, that people gossip about, or people talk about the fact that you are not shallow. Let's put it that way. You're not a shallow person. Oh, okay. The Ace of Swords. Okay, we had that come out in the last bit, but this is talking now about you being very truthful and having a lot of integrity in the way that you you behave, that you have high morals and you uphold them, whether someone's watching you or not. You don't do it for the image, you do it just because it's the right thing to do. The 3 of Swords. Okay, so again, they're referencing you coming out of something that that would really have sent a lot of people on a spiral into a hole that they couldn't climb out of. I see that there's talk about you managing to climb your way out of a situation that would have broken a lesser man. It might have been, I don't know why that just came to me, because the 3 of Swords is more usually about emotional heartbreak of some kind. But I also, that Spirit just said something about an illness that you've gone through. They just showed me as well that someone might have lost a baby quite late. Okay, this has gotten deep. What's the gossip on you, pile number 1? The King of Pentacles. You're strong. You're so strong. You're seen as someone who's able to manifest your dreams as well, that you are able to talk your dreams into reality. And that strength, that you're just seen as this really, you're talked about as being this really incredibly strong person. The Hermit. You're individual as well. You're very independent, and you don't need, you come across as somebody, whether this is true or not, this is just how you're perceived. You're coming across as someone who doesn't need anyone else. You're very independent. You're very like, okay, I've got this shit. I've got it handled. I don't need your help. And maybe in the earlier type of your life, you really did rely on people a lot. And now Spirit's coming through to say that you no longer do that, or that the gossip on you is that you're very independent. You stand on your own 2 feet. The 6 of Cups as well. Okay, so 2 things. One is that there is someone from your past who gossips about you a lot. An ex-partner or an ex-partner's new partner, for some reason that's coming through. Perhaps also the other thing that's coming through, you're a mother, you're a good mother. There's something about you being a good mother that's talked about. Your connection with your children perhaps, or just that children seem to really like you. What else, Spirit? What's the gossip on my pile number 1? Ace of Cups again, that you're just this very loving person as well, that you've got such a kind and beautiful heart, and that from adversity you can just like rise like a phoenix and come back from the dead, and just you've got this ability, and people can see this about you, to just see the bright, see the lesson, see the reason. Yeah, you're very truthful. You're seen as someone that's very, very truthful. You don't stand for lies. You don't like lies. You're a very, very honest person. And the other thing that's really talked about is that heartbreak that you went through, that trauma that you went through, or that sickness, that illness, and how you managed to conquer that. I'm going to use now, I'm going to switch to the Wild Unknown Tarot. Shall I put them away? No, leave them out for now. Okay. So Spirit, can you tap me into the energy of pile number 1? What is the gossip? What do people talk about? Pile number 1. What's the gossip on pile number 1? The gossip about pile number 1, Spirit. What's the gossip on pile 1? Oh, the Magician. Yeah. Are you also a bit witchy, pile 1? Getting this, people talk about your connection to spirit, that maybe you read tarot, you do Reiki, or you do something along those, something quite spiritual. It's talked about that you are you're a witch bitch. Someone says you're a witch bitch. Ace of Cups again, man. You're so beautiful. You got such a beautiful heart. Okay, that's talked about. Is that your generosity and your nurturing, compassionate. You're lovely. That's talked about a lot. It's come up so much. Okay, what's the gossip on my pile one? Spirit, the gossip on my pile one. Justice, you're very fair. You're very fair. You're very, that was that integrity that was coming through before, you acting with integrity with someone, whether you're being watched or not. You are doing, you're not acting in any way malicious or death card, Ace of Wands, and the Son of Swords, and the Five of Cups. Someone broke your heart. That's talked about. Someone broke your heart, or that your heart was broken. Maybe not by a person in particular, but there was an experience that you had. Maybe you lost someone. Oh, maybe, oh, wow. There's grief. I just got hit by this wave of grief. That is talked about too. Perhaps you've lost a lot of people in your life, or just someone really, really, that you were really close to. Also, there is, once again, they're talking about this ability of yours to renew, to come back from the dead, to phoenix your way out of things. Part one. What is part one talked about? That sadness, that also this coming with the Son of Swords, I'm feeling like you might have rejected someone as well, who, or you might have put your foot down in a situation, cut someone off. That's talked about. Maybe it was more than one person. They deserved to be cut off, but people didn't think you'd be strong enough to do it. One more card, please, for pile number one. What's the gossip on my pile one? The Father of Cups. The Father of Cups. The King of Cups. Again, there's that feeling of you just being so loving and so compassionate and gentle to the people that you love in your life until they cross you. And then I can see you coming down swiftly on that person, like, you go away with your foolishness. I'm not dealing with that shit. Alright, finally, we're just going to get you two more cards. We're going to get you a astrology, a numerology card. So, Spirit, what's the gossip on my pile number one? What is the gossip on my pile one? Release control. You might be talked about as being a bit of a control freak. Secondly, it's the first quarter moon in Taurus. There's that Taurus energy again, that beauty, connection to Venus. You should have a look at where your Venus is, what house your Venus is in your astral chart, because you've got this really beautiful, that's talked about, that you're beautiful. And we have first quarter moon in Scorpio, you're beautiful. Oh my god, those cards are so similar. Do you like hiking? Do you like going out into nature, going for walks? Do you like meditating in nature? Do you do full moon rituals? Part one. One more card. Oh, what are they doing down there? Oh my god, again. Oh, no. Okay. Let's get another message, please, Spirit. One more message, please. From this deck. For pile number one, what's the gossip on my pile one? cool your emotions. Full moon in Aries. Oh, there's that. Okay. Someone is really sore about the fact that you cut them off. Because you are not. This is cool your emotions is actually telling me, and it's full moon in Aries, is telling me someone is saying, almost trying to say that you are like cool your emotions, you're emotionally unavailable, that you are detached, distant, Queen of Swords, King of Swords type energy, but you're not. You just like it with this person and they're sore about it because you cut them off because they were annoying or they treated you badly or whatever. You wouldn't have done it lightly, so whoever you cut off, they deserve to be cut off. Do you do yoga as well? That might be talked about, that you're fit, that you've got a yoga body. Or you might actually do yoga, maybe you teach yoga. Pilates. Okay. Spirit, we shall get a couple of cards, please. Just get one card from this deck. Oh, there we go. Antelope Spirit, life is speeding up. I really feel like, as well, something else that's talked about is that your ability to just come out of adversity, like full speed running, like Spirit just gave me this image of like an antelope running through the desert or running through the savannah, and there being a sudden like scuffle with a pack of lions or something, and there being dust everywhere and no one's seeing what's going on and everyone just assuming, oh shit, like they're not going to get up again, and then the dust clears and this antelope comes speeding out of the dust on the other side. That's the image I got with that antelope spirit, that you're a master phoenixer. Whole one. Okay, so that was your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give me the thumbs up, and you can subscribe to my channel if you want to. That would be greatly appreciated. Love to you and your loved ones. Enjoy the Gemini season. They're a gossipy bunch, but we love them. Love you, Gemini babies. Yeah, so thanks for being here with me, guys, and I hope I see you in my next one. Okay, bye. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Stella. This pick a card is going to be all about, we're going to be tapping in to Gemini season, the Gemini energy, and finding out what the gossip is on you, pile 2. Ooh, that rhymes. What's the gossip on you, pile 2? Are you a musician? Maybe you're seen as being musical, artistic, creative. Okay, you have chosen the Tiger's Eye stone. We'll put her there. Let's get into it. Okay, pile number 2. Pile number 2. Spirit, can you tap me into the energy of pile number 2? We would like to know, what is the gossip on pile number 2, please, Spirit? What's the gossip on pile number 2? How is pile number 2 talked about by other people? What's the tea on 2? The Magician. You are seen as someone that can create luck, create abundance for yourself and for others. You're talked about the fact that you're a witch, that you're spiritually connected, that people don't want to cross you because you might send the energy that they're sending at you back. Alright, what's the gossip on pile 2, please, Spirit? Pile 2, the gossip on pile number 2. Strength. Don't mess with pile 2. You've come out of some shit as well, mate. That's talked about, that you have risen like an empress from the depths of some disaster. You have managed to manifest your way out of a situation. So other people may be still going, how the fuck did he or she do that? You also have a really good balance between your masculine and feminine energy, whether you are male or female. Spirit, what's the goss on pile number 2, please? Pile number 2. Oh, shit. Okay, we've got, oh my god, the 6 of Wands, man. You're a freaking magician. What do we got there? Temperance and 3 of Swords. Yeah, man, you came out of something like a freaking queen, like an empress that no one expected you to rise out of. And you healed from something horrendous. You've gone through an experience. It's talked about that you went through something horrendous and traumatic, and that you healed, and that you not only healed, but you came out victorious. You're seen as someone who's very, just, help me put this into words, please, Spirit. They're just showing me you standing on top of a mountain with your arms outstretched, like totally serene and victorious, and just something that nobody saw you rising from. Okay, Spirit, what's the gas? What's the gossip on my pile number 2s, please? What's the gossip on pile 2? How is pile 2 talked about? Queen of Cups. Again, there's that energy of you making something out of nothing. I'm getting drawn back to, as well, these mushrooms. I don't like snails, but ignore the snail. The mushrooms are making me feel like you have grown from filth, like filth that was thrown at you. You took that filth and you alchemized it, and you turned it into beauty and abundance, and you've actually grown from your wounds. Like, how can that be so? What was that? They just said something to me that confused me. What? Oh, okay, they've rephrased it. They initially said that your wounding was lucky. How can a wound be lucky? That the way that you created luck from your wound, and yeah, that you've like used the filth and the shit that was thrown at you as fertilizer to grow. Wow, you're a magician. You're alchemized. Oh my god. Oh, okay, the Hermit. Sorry, that just made me go, oh my god, because oh, it's too hard to explain. But there's a panther reference here in this card. It's a cheetah, but it's kind of like a panther. It's a big cat. I just see you as being this really, or you're not, no, I'm not saying this. This is how other people see you, as being a really, like, sort of sleek, independent, graceful, lithe. Just like a panther crawling through the jungle. Six of Pentacles. Okay. Six of Pentacles is making me feel like, oh, okay, what is that? I'll get another one. Six of Pentacles. Okay, what's the gossip on pile number 2? And Justice. Ah, okay, that's what I was talking about. All right, there was this it might have even been like a legal situation that you were involved in, or that you are involved in. No, past have been involved in. That you've either emerged victorious or you're going to emerge victorious. That there was a massive upset of balance in your life, and you've like turned it around, and you've restored balance to the situation. And I feel like it was a bunch of people. There might have been one person in particular who was orchestrating your demise, and his little mates or her little mates. Like there was like a team of a smear campaign or something, gossiping. But anyway, you're seen as someone who remained balanced and calm, and you didn't lower yourself. You didn't lower yourself. That's what they're saying. That's what's talked about. You remaining integral in the face of Knight of Cups, in the face of adversity and conflict and unfairness. Knight of Cups. Something about you being a messenger, and I'm being drawn back to the Magician, a messenger for spirit. Something about you being a messenger. I can see you calling. Oh, and this is a phoenix too, by the way, the Knight of Cups. That's a phoenix. So there's that situation that I was talking about where it's talked about that you rose like an empress or an emperor. You rose stronger than ever from something that was meant to destroy you. You phoenixed your way out of it. Pile number 2. Okay, let's put these ones away for now. Okay, and we're going to go into my old faithful, the Wild Unknown Tarot. Okay, Spirit, tap me into the energy of pile number 2, please. What's the gossip? Pile number 2. Also the number 9 and the number 37 just came to me. What's the gossip on pile number 2, please, Spirit? Number 9 is about endings, and number 37, which reduces down to 10, that is about new beginnings, or the completion of a cycle. Okay, what's the gossip on pile number 2, Spirit? Gossip on pile 2. How was pile 2 talked about? We talked about being very protective and guarded. Seven of Swords. And also that you... Oh, why did that come to me then? No, that's the 6 of Wands. Not the Wands. 6 of Swords. I just saw the 6 of Swords come up in my mind. And it was a particular tarot deck where she's sailing away on a boat. I don't know why that came to me. That might resonate for someone for some reason. Okay, the gossip on pile 2, please, Spirit. The gossip on pile 2. You're a hard worker, and you work well with other people. You're a team player. What's the gossip on pile 2, Spirit? The gossip on pile number 2. Successful as a fork. 9 of Pentacles. You're seeing as someone that's either very wealthy, or you're or that was coming back to that card before, that Magician, creating your own wealth and abundance. You being able to manifest your way out of shit. And you being very successful. That's talked about. Pile 2. What's the gossip on pile 2, please, Spirit? also seen as very, almost like high-spirited, very in touch with your inner child. You might be seen as someone who's maybe very funny, a comedian. I don't know why that's coming to me with that one, but I'm seeing you having a really good sense of humour, making people laugh. Also seeing you've been you're seen as someone who's very innocent. And I don't know why that's coming through, because I'm not getting that vibe from you. Part 2. But for some reason, people see you as being very innocent. Or you're seen as this, like, I don't know. Is that spirit? Okay, what is that? Two of Swords. Really getting very strong Libra vibe. Perhaps you're also seen as someone who gets stuck when they need to make a decision. You might be seen as someone who's a bit indecisive, but with the Libra vibes, I'm getting again that message of you being very fair and just. Spirit, you're very intuitive, because the way I'm reading these cards is super, super intuitive. Spirit, the Goss, part 2. Yeah, you're seen as someone very mysterious as well. People might talk about the fact that they can't figure you out. That they, you're seen as someone, you're also seen as someone who has a lot of options. Maybe you're seen as someone who attracts a lot of people, a lot of partners. I'm not saying you're not a whore. But you might be seen as someone, maybe you're very attractive. Oh, that's another message that comes through the Daughter of Cups as well, is that attractiveness. It might be more like a sort of a witchy, ethereal sort of attractiveness. Mysterious, fairy-like. What's the Goss on pile 2, Spirit? The Lovers. Gemini. You might be seen as someone, perhaps you have really either you talk about someone, you're seen as someone who's got a solid partnership, or that you will have a solid partnership, or someone who deserves to have a solid partnership. You might be seen as a bit gossipy. Maybe you might be a bit of a gossip yourself. Do you like to talk about? I don't see it as being a malicious energy. Maybe people like to sit down and have a gossip with you, a cup of tea and a gossip, or more like a wine and a gossip with you. Part 2. Part 2, Spirit. What have we got here? We got the 4 of Pentacles, and we have the 3 of Swords. They're referencing again that climb out of the darkness. That you're seen as someone who had their heart broken in some way, and that that's talked about. What's that 4 of Pentacles? You're seen as someone who's very, very free-spirited. People you might maybe come across as a bit more airy-fairy, like Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy, but you're not. But you might be seen as someone who sort of floats through life a bit. Spirit, the Goss on part 2. The Hierophant, yeah, you're seen as someone who is very knowing as well. You're very onto it. People wouldn't want to cross you because they think that you're psychic. They think you know what's going on. You probably are. I'm getting that vibe. Definitely getting that vibe from you. Alright, I'm going to use my, I don't know what this is, my Spellcaster's Tarot. Now, Spirit, what's the goss on pile number 2? 3 of Pentacles. You're seen as a bit of a leader as well. I'm someone who's got a lot of wisdom and advice. Maybe it's because you've been through a lot and people have seen that and they can come to you and ask for your advice. Seen as someone who's quite wise. You might even be a teacher. Or want to be a teacher. Maybe you're studying to be a teacher. Okay, so Spirit, the goss on pile 2. 5 of Swords. There's that defensive energy coming up again. Yeah, that's coming up. This time it's like that you've had to fight against adversity. Do you have a big dog? Do you have a couple of big dogs? Do you want a big dog? You should get a big dog. Yeah, see, like, almost been, like, you've been treated so terribly that you're seen as someone who might be a bit guarded. Like, are you going to fuck with me? If you're going to fuck with me, go away. I don't want you near me. The goss on part 2, Spirit. The Magician again. Oh my God. You're just seen as a witch. You're like a shaman wise. You're seen as someone who you don't cross because you might put a spell on them. I don't think you're going to. Like, that's not you. But you're seen as someone that's super connected to Spirit. What do we got here? 10 of Pentacles. There's that success. You're seeing someone's very successful. You might also be seen and talked about as someone who's got a very close family network. And the Page of Wands. Page of Wands. There's that, like, free-spirited energy again coming through that. Like, does she really know what she's doing? But you like, prove time and time again that, yes, I do. Okay, so anything else? Let's just get, lastly, for you, part 2. You're very free, so you're beautiful. You're free-spirited, but you're like, la 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 la. But you've been through shit. It's almost like you've got this essence about you where, like, nothing bad has ever happened to you, but it totally has. But you're still just like, I love life. Yeah, look at that. It's just dropped out. New moon in Virgo. Trust all will be well. So you do. I think you've got that naivety, that innocence, that, like, shit's just going to work out. It's going to be okay. You're seen as someone very fortunate. Like, I don't know why that's come out, because throughout this reading, there's been a lot of, like, heartache and adversity and conflict and stuff like that. You're not talked about in a bad way, unless you count the fact that people think that you're a little bit of an airy witchy thing. Or that maybe you've suddenly turned to Spirit, or you've become very spiritual lately, and that's talked about. We've also got the first quarter moon in Aquarius with Trust the Universe, again with that energy where you just have this innate trust that things are going to work out. You're an eternal optimist. That's what's coming out. You're so optimistic. That is talked about. How can you be so happy all the time? That's what they want to know. You just see the bright side in life. Always look on the bright side of life. Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. And we have go deeper, new moon in Scorpio. Wow. Yeah, you can go deep. Oh, wow. Maybe people think you can't. No, they think you can. Sorry, that magician's come back and he's poking his head out looking at me there. So you, and this is more feeling like you can go deep space, like you can go deep into a connection with spirit, that you can really get messages. Yeah, okay. And to finish up, we'll finish up because it's 2229 on the timer, part 2. I like that there was lots of 2s to finish, so I'm going to finish there. And that's the gossip on you, part 2. You're a badass. And you're a little, like, seen as a little... I love you. I love your energy. I love it. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Part number 2. Thank you so much for being here. If it resonated for you, if you liked it, please give me the thumbs up. And if you want to, I would really appreciate if you subscribe to my channel. Love to you, love to your loved ones. And I hope I see you in the next one. Okay, love ya. Bye. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Stella. We're going to be tapping into the energy of Gemini season and finding out from spirit what the gossip, what's being talked about, how you talked about by other people, part 3. Okay, so we've got this, and I don't know what it is, so I'm going to call it the Stella stone. It's so pretty. I love it. It's mine. You're my squishy. So we'll call it the Stella stone. Some purpley blue. I think it's an agate. We'll put her there. Okay, let's get into it. Pile number 3. What is the gossip, spirit, on pile number 3? What's the gossip on my pile number 3s? Please, spirit, pile 3. 10 of Pentacles. You're seen as someone who's very successful, very, you might be wealthy, you might come from a family of wealth. Just seen as, yeah, someone who's created a lot of success. Pile number 3, please, spirit. What's the goss on pile number 3? 9 of Cups. Ooh, wow. Phoenix energy coming through there. The Knight of Cups. Something about your communication is talked about. Part 3. Something about the way that you communicate. Perhaps you do that for a living. You might be getting like almost entrepreneur type energy from you, or you're like boss energy. Where your word is very important, what you say, how you communicate. Okay, what's that about, spirit? Part 3. The Hermit. Why is that making me, I don't know why, but it's giving me vibes about you being very close. It's talked about that you're very close to your spirit guides, that you are seen as someone who probably meditates. Man, your energy is hard to tap into. You might be seen as someone who's very protective, or all very protected. Yeah, there's might be someone in your life who's very protective of you. Someone we talked about. It's the gossip on pile 3, spirit. The gossip on pile number 3. 2 cards. The 4 of Swords. You cut someone off. There's no contact situation going on in your life with someone. And we have the oh yeah, you've swiftly cut someone off. That's talked about. You cut someone off. You're also very stable. That's also talked about. You're stable. Pile 3. Oh, the World. Wow. You got this real Empress energy about you. Empress, Emperor energy. Oh, Emperor's here, of course. Look at him. There's just this strong, powerful person that's very in control. Someone that they don't want to cross, that you will swiftly cut them out of your life. Move on. You might have a very close partnership with someone as well. So you're taking the world on with someone. What's the gossip on pile 3? Spirit. The gossip on pile 3. How is pile 3 talked about by other people? Page of Wands. You're beautiful. They talk about your beauty. And they also talk about the fact that you are quite childlike. Maybe not so childlike, but which is a complete contrast of this other energy that's coming through of this elephant, where you're like very stable. But there's also this feeling that you are in touch with your inner child as well, or maybe you're fun to kids like to play with you. You might be one of those fun parents. or maybe someone's a bit sore on you and they're like, they're the fun parent. Yeah, I just heard that in my mum. They're the fun parent. Someone a bit butthurt. What's the gossip on pile 3? Not you. There's someone butthurt about you. 5 of Wands. Yeah. You cut someone off. That's the energy that's come through again. Something's talked about you, of you cutting someone off. Someone who tried to hold some kind of power over you. Or tried to, they really gossip about you, this person. Or maybe they don't, they think about you a lot. What's the gossip on pile 3? That might be talked about, that this person is, that you've stood up for yourself or something, and that this person is hurt by it, and they're like, yeah, poor me. Well, it's your own bloody fault. Oops. Okay. The Magician. You see someone who's very, very balanced. Very balanced. That's talked about, that you have this stableness, this, what's the word, Spirit? Help me put this into words. You're very centered, is that the word? Centered. You're very in touch with your spirit guides. You're heavily guided by spirit as well. You're seen as someone who's, 6 of Wands. Oh my God. Wow. You're seen as someone who's very victorious, very successful, very victorious, very strong, so strong and powerful. Man, nobody wants to mess with you. Part number 3. I wouldn't mess with you. Okay, let's move into my old favourite Ollie. What was that all about, mate? Someone's not happy about your success. They gossip about it. Must be witchcraft. Sorcery. Yeah, energy's just come out. Son of Wands. Who did you cut off, pile 3? You cut someone off and they're not happy about it. Okay. They keep popping up, this energy. It's like, it's not even that they're talking about you much. I feel like they're just thinking about it a lot. But like, maybe they tried to get people to gossip about you in a negative way, and it didn't really work out that well for them. And now they're just like hurt by it. The Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, you are seen as someone who can make, you're just very successful. And the Wheel of Fortune is giving me these vibes. That card is giving me just like just looking at the owl and the moon, like divine feminine, high priestessy sort of vibes for the Wheel of Fortune. So you have an ability to okay, someone, you might be talked about the fact that someone crossed you and now they're seeing karma. And now they're receiving karma. Like they tried to hurt you, or they tried to do something, you cut them off, or you did something, and it's talked about that this person is now at the bottom of the food chain. Or maybe this person is just coming through with that, like, energy. Okay, Spirit, what's the gossip on pile 3, please? Pile 3. Temperance. Yeah, you healed. Oh, you're a healer. Oh, you're a healer. Wow. You might practice Reiki. You're seen as being very healing energy, and Taurus energy. You're beautiful. You're attractive. You've got this inner light as well, and you're able to alchemize energy and bring balance back into situations. Or it's talked about that you brought balance back into a situation by standing up for yourself. The Mother of Cups, the Queen of Cups. You're very emotionally intelligent, very loving, fertile. So, there's that baby again. Something about a baby in your life. That might be talked about. A child of yours, you in a relationship with a child. You're being very protective of this child. What's the gossip? 3 of Wands. Like this go-getter energy as well. Like, says you've taken off on some journey. Have you moved recently? That might be talked about. Have you moved location? Are you planning to move? Spirit, what's the goss on pile 3? Ace of Swords. You're very truthful, you're honest. You have high standards. They're also saying you found out about something. You found out about something about that, or that there's something about you, around you, a situation that you're in that you found out about. Could have been like a third party situation, or just maybe you found out someone was gossiping about you, you cut them off or something. Is that? And for the first time ever, I'm noticing the infinity sign on that card as well. Is it talking about you having a strong partnership with someone? Could be a parent, a child, or a partner, obviously, business partner. But I'm feeling it's like, saying infinity, romance. As I say that, the Lovers. Yeah, you've got some really strong partnership with someone. That's talked about. Or you will have someone, or you deserve. If you don't have a strong partnership and you're like, what the fuck is she talking about? Maybe this isn't your pile, because that's coming through real strong. Or that Spirit is trying to weasel into this reading to say that there's someone very important coming into your life, counterpart type energy. Sneaking into that there, Spirit. Alright, let's go back. What's the gossip on pile 3? The gossip. You don't take shit from no one. Wow, you don't take shit from no one. You are not someone I would cross, especially with your children. If you have children. Or animals, maybe. Like just innocence. You feel very protective over the innocence. And man, I would not cross you. You're also, they're referencing either a relationship with a mother. Or maybe you are, this is referencing you being a mother. Oh wow, we've got the Mother of Cups and the Mother of Wands in the same position. That's so cool. What have we got underneath? Oh, the Magician and the Four of Swords. Alright, so Spirit, what's the goss on my pathways? Oh, 1444, have you been seeing fours? 4. That's also connection to Spirit. And wow, we just saw the Four of Swords. That's again talking about you cutting someone off. You distancing yourself from somebody. Maybe someone cut you off. No, I don't think that. I don't think that's what happened. I think you cut someone off. Alright. Spirit, one more from this deck, please. What's the gossip on my path? Threes. Mother, another mother card. Oh no, thought it was. Father of Pentacles. Strong, stable energy again coming through. You're someone that people talk about that they can rely on. Okay. Get this real patient energy from you as well. Okay, now we're going to use the Spellcaster's Tarot. Spirit. What's the gossip on my pile 3s, please? What's the gossip on my pile number 3s? Knight of Pentacles. That you work hard towards your goals, that you are very measured towards your goals, that you take steps towards them. You don't just say you're going to do something, you do it, you're solid. That's talked about, pile 3. Spirit. Ooh. Oh God, okay. Do you all want to be part of this? Yep, alrighty. We've got Judgment. Knight of Swords. Yeah, we know you cut someone off. 9 of Pentacles. You went your own way. You went through, also you're seen as someone who's transformed, who has gone from being one type of energy to another type of energy. Maybe in your younger days you were a bit more flighty, or it could be just that you had no connection to Spirit and then you found a connection to Spirit. Something about the way you live your life is different to how you used to, and it's a more abundant, joyful way now. That you just went and you reached for it, you went and got it. And the Knight of Swords, where once again referencing this person that you cut off, maybe it was people, group of people. And the Knight of Pentacles is that you've created your own wealth and independence, and that you might have been single for a long time, or maybe you've never been single. It could be one or the other. 5 of Pentacles. You had to fight for something. And that's also, do you have a dog? A big dog? A protective dog, very protective dog. And also a very protective person in your life. That came out right at the beginning. Someone's super protective of you. Almost possessive. But not really, I'm not getting bad vibes about it. Just like this super protective. Six of Wands. That triumph. Emerging victorious from a situation. You talked about being victorious, successful. You might have a social media presence. Pile 3. You might be like, have a following. Hanged Man. You're seen as someone who doesn't rush into decisions, that you consider all your options before you move forward. There's that measured logical, like not logical exactly because you're spiritual, but oh wow. Oh my God, we got the Lovers again. Oh, wow, right next to each other. Okay, if you don't have a partnership, it's coming. Oh my God, wow. Wow. I just got hit boom with that energy. There's a really strong partnership that's talked about, that's coming. Or maybe it's someone who really admires you, talks about you a lot. This is almost obsessive love. Wow. Okay. Oh, what's this? Oh, wow, the moon. It's like divine feminine energy. Cancer, Pisces. And also talks about dreams. Oh, wow. You know what I just heard? You're someone's dream come true. You're someone's dream come true. It's like almost like a worship-like energy towards you. Might be more than one person. Okay, so lastly, we're just going to quickly do some moonology. We're going to do 3 moonology cards, please, Spirit. For pile number 3, what's the gossip on pile 3? Spirit keep trying to sneak in with messages. Like, I keep trying, like, they're trying to come in with messages from your spirit team. Instead of messages from that collective of what's the goss, like, tapping into the higher selves or the, you know, energy of these people that are talking about you. So then I feel like there's something major going on in your life at the moment. And maybe that's talked about too. There's some massive change going on in your life at the moment. Alright, Spirit, can we get a couple of cards, please? 3 cards for pile 3. What's the Gus? 2 cards. New moon in Cancer, relax. And first quarter moon in Gemini, speak your world into being. There's the 2 people again. And I'm seeing all that lavender around them, healing energy. And just you being able to manifest your reality really clearly. Also, there's that your communication, something about you, the way you communicate. Maybe you do something really cool as a job. I don't know. And new moon in Cancer, relax, is telling me that you need people talk about the fact that you might need to let your hair down a bit more every now and then. Oh. And attend to the details. Yeah, so you're seen as someone very organised. Maybe you need to let go of those reins a bit. Pile 3. You're very organised, very stable, very successful. It's talked about. Okay, pile number 3. It was 23:23 on the timer just then. Yeah, cool. I hope you enjoyed that reading. I hope it resonated for you. If you liked it, give me the thumbs up. And I would really appreciate if you feel called to subscribe to my channel. Okay, so love to you, love to your loved ones. Hope to see you in my next one. Okay, bye.